There comes a moment in life, and maybe you have already felt it, when everything starts to slow down. Not around you, but inside you. It's not physical tiredness, not something sleep can fix, but a deeper kind of exhaustion. The kind that comes from years of trying, proving, chasing, and carrying things that were never really yours. Usually, this moment arrives somewhere after 60. The world is still moving fast. People are still chasing, competing, proving. But you begin to see things differently. The things that once felt urgent no longer feel important. The noise starts to fade, and in that quiet, something powerful begins to happen. You start to see the truth. Welcome to Fit and Free After 50, a place where we slow down, think deeply, and rebuild life with clarity. Today, I want to share 7 powerful truths that most men only fully understand later in life, not because they are complicated, but because they can only be learned through living. The first truth is about time. When you are young, time feels endless. You postpone things, delay dreams, ignore what matters, thinking there will always be another chance. But after 60, time stops being an idea and becomes something you can actually feel. You start noticing how fast weeks pass, how quickly years disappear, and suddenly you realize that the biggest loss in life is not failure, it is hesitation. It is the things you never started, the calls you never made, the life you kept postponing. And that realization can either scare you or wake you up. The second truth is that most of the stress you carried was never worth it. All those sleepless nights, all that pressure to prove yourself, to earn more, to impress others, to meet expectations, you begin to see how much of it was unnecessary. You sacrificed your peace for things that didn't truly matter. And once you see that clearly, something inside you starts to let go. Not all at once, but slowly. The third truth is about relationships. For most of your life, you were taught to value success, titles, money, achievements. But later in life, you realize that success doesn't sit with you in silence. It doesn't understand you. It doesn't care for you. People do. The few real relationships you have, the ones built on honesty, respect, and presence, those become everything. You stop trying to impress the world, and you start appreciating the people who stayed. The fourth truth is about peace. There comes a day when you simply get tired of proving yourself, tired of explaining your decisions, tired of living a version of yourself that never felt fully real. And in that moment, something shifts. You stop asking for permission, you stop seeking validation, and you begin to live more honestly. That is the beginning of real freedom. Not loud, not dramatic, but deeply powerful. The fifth truth is about your body. For years, you may have ignored it, pushed it, neglected it, assumed it would always keep up. But after 50, your body starts speaking, sometimes gently, sometimes forcefully, and you realize that health is not something you can delay. Energy becomes valuable, movement becomes necessary, and taking care of yourself becomes a responsibility, not a choice. The sixth truth is surprisingly simple. You don't need as much as you thought. For decades, you chased more money, more things, more status, more recognition. But later, you begin to see that a quiet life, a peaceful mind, a few good people, and a sense of purpose, that is enough, more than enough. Life becomes lighter when you stop carrying unnecessary weight. And finally, the seventh truth, the one that matters the most, is that it is not too late. No matter how much time has passed, no matter how many mistakes were made, no matter how many chances you think you missed, it is still not too late. Not too late to take care of your health. Not too late to repair something broken. Not too late to start something small. Because life after 50 is not the end, it is a different beginning, a more honest one, a more conscious one. And if you are listening to this right now, it means something inside you is still awake, still aware, And that awareness is powerful, because awareness is where change begins. You don't need to fix everything overnight. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need one honest step, one decision that feels true, and then another, slowly, quietly, consistently. The men who find peace later in life are not the ones who achieved the most. They're the ones who finally stopped running, who sat down with their own life and said, "This is mine, and I choose to live it differently now." And you can do the same, starting today. If this message connected with you, take a moment to like this video so it can reach someone else who needs to hear it. And tell me honestly in the comments, which of these truths hit you the hardest? I read every comment. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Fit and Free After 50, because your most honest, most powerful, most peaceful chapter is still ahead of you.